Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wuhan Comedy Club. Today we have an interview with a very special guest all the way from Shanghai. He's part of Kung Fu Comedy Club and his name is Mohammed Magdi. Mohammed, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
It's a great pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah.
Where do I know you from? I know you from your two very famous videos that you posted for Mama Hoo Hoo.
Yeah.
And they really resonate with me because the first time I went to Shanghai,
Yeah.
I nearly got scammed by a tea scammer.
Yeah.
I was in Nanjing Lu, the famous Nanjing Lu, right? I was walking by myself, and this beautiful girl comes up, and she says, "Do you want to go and have some tea?"
Yeah.
I end up at the tea shop at a bar, and she invites a friend over, and they don't order tea; they order red wine.
Right.
So I'm like, it's starting to be a problem right there. And I look at the menu, and I see that the prices are really, really high, and I'm like, this is going bad. And so what I did is I said, I went to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and I never went back.
Nice.
So I did not get scammed.
Yeah, you figured it out.
I did not get scammed. Can you tell me what is the best tea to get to scam people? Which tea is the best? What type of tea?
So the thing that I don't understand is that how people are still getting scammed in Shanghai, because when you Google Shanghai, literally like the second or third search result is like a tea scam in Shanghai.
Right.
And that's not my video. This is people like TripAdvisor and whatever. So if you do scam people, like you probably have to use the whatever it's called from Hangzhou. Longhua? Is it called Longhua? I have no idea, dude. You're asking the wrong person. Yeah, I don't know what kind of tea. I would go with Moroccan mint tea because that's what I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so here we have some. I brought some tea.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That video really resonated with me. So this is 菊花茶. I can't pronounce it in English. It's chrysanthemum or something like that.
Yeah, 菊花茶. Okay.
菊花茶. So
Yeah.
let's have some 菊花茶. Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Can we have some water over there? Thank you. So before you started as a tea scammer, you were an English teacher, right?
I was, yeah.
How did you end up being an English teacher in Shanghai?
How did you end up being an English teacher? Sure. Isn't that like the rite of passage? Like you arrive from the airport, they're like, hey, you start with English. It's like a video game. You start from the bottom, and now you have to kind of go up.
That's very true.
Yeah. Although there is like abundance of Russian teachers now for some reason.
Russian teachers.
So many.
Okay. Who knew Russians could speak good English?
They don't. That's the thing.
Okay, so this is supposed to, if it's hot enough, the flowers should open up.
Ooh.
And we should have a nice cup of tea.
Sweet. All right.
And so tell me, how did you get into comedy? Where did you find this passion? Where did it start off from?
I hated school.
You hated school?
Yeah, so I would like stay up late at night just watching TV back home in Cairo. So I discovered David Letterman when I was like, I don't remember, like 11, 12, something like that. But because of the time difference, it would be super late. And then just my mom would wake up like to pray or go to the bathroom. She would just yell at me and I would just like escape. So I really developed that like love relationship with like late night TV shows.
Okay.
And then eventually the Axis of Evil comedy tour came through Egypt, which is like the first time I see like funny Arabs.
Okay.
So that was like after 9/11, and there was like this clampdown on like, you know, Arabs and Muslims in America, and then these guys, an Iranian guy, they're all American, but from like Iran, Egypt, and Palestinian background. And they did this tour called the Axis of Evil tour, and they just took it all over the world, and it was really big success on Comedy Central. And I saw them in Cairo, and that was awesome.
And that was in English? That was in
English, yeah, yeah. Like Ahmed, Maz Jobrani, and Aaron Carter are all three very successful comedians these days. Anyway, when I moved to China, I didn't really have anything in mind. When I went to Shanghai, my friend was like, hey, there's a comedy club here. Do you want to go watch a show? And I went to watch the show, and then afterwards, I'm like, I should try this. And then, signed up for an open mic.
Okay, so it all started off from the American comedy and late night shows.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what is the big difference that you see in the comedy from the, as you said, Arabic comedians and the American comedians? What is the difference in the jokes? And is it more about culture or is it more about politics?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really watched Arabic as in like people who do jokes in Arabic when I was growing up. Like now I know some of them, but before I didn't.
Right.
So the ones, maybe your question is more like the Americans from Arab background or from Middle Eastern background versus like white Americans.
Right.
In my opinion, it would be like the Middle Eastern people who talk more about their background, their immigrant background, so their parents, how they like their accents, like how are they like integrating into the American culture and stuff. And I kind of like that.
Okay.
Because they kind of sound like me, but they're not me.
Right. So you can kind of connect to them.
Yeah. I can also kind of just imagine myself being there.
And how is your Chinese? Have you ever tried comedy in Chinese?
No, I mean I can probably I've been here for 7 years, so by now I think my Chinese is good enough to write 3 minutes in Chinese maybe, but I have to write them down and run them through by a Chinese person, so I make sure I'm not saying something stupid, and then maybe I can do 3 minutes.
3 minutes. That's
I will try it. Maybe
good.
Eventually, when I leave China, before I leave China, I will do it as a bucket list thing. Just go. We have tons of Chinese shows in Shanghai, so I can just show up at an open mic and do 3 minutes. Get the fuck out.
And how big is the comedy scene in Shanghai?
It's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, the Chinese scene especially is really, really big. There is basically multiple shows every night of the week.
Who would have thought? Okay.
Yeah, I know. So it's run by a comedy group called Butcher. They run almost all of the shows, and there is other independent open mics and stuff. In English, it's smaller, obviously, than the Chinese scene, but you can also, as a comedian or even audience, if you like stand-up, you can technically go see or be on stage every night of the week now.
Every night of the week?
Every single night of the week there is a show in Shanghai.
That's incredible. That's That's good practice for
It's really good.
comedians.
Yeah. Some of, I'm not even as disciplined as other comedians. Some of my friends in Shanghai, they go up on stage every single night.
Every night?
Yep.
Wow, that's dedication.
Yeah.
That's really dedication. And so that's crazy that the Chinese scene in comedy started off as xiangsheng,
Yes.
which is crosstalk, right? And so we see a lot of more and more stand-up Chinese comedians.
Yeah.
Okay. And so in your crowd of foreigner comedy shows, do we see a lot of Chinese people or mostly?
Yeah. Actually, it's pretty much 50-50 at this point.
Okay.
When we were working a few years ago, it was mostly an expat kind of a crowd, an activity. That's just we know that the foreigners come here.
Yeah.
But now there's a lot of Chinese people who are really into it.
And you have more and more opportunity all over China. So you're coming here to Wuhan. We're very lucky to have you.
Thank
You've been to Beijing. You've been to Guangzhou, maybe?
I haven't been to Guangzhou yet, but over my time doing comedy in China, I've been here, Wuhan, Suzhou, Hangzhou, Xiamen, Shenzhen, Beijing, a couple of other places I probably forgot. But
okay. Tell me about your favorite comedians. What's your top 3 of your favorite comedians?
They change because now Netflix has a new special every 15 minutes. So I try not I can't watch too much comedy because it actually sometimes influences your writing without even you noticing it. So you're oh shit, I sound like that guy I was just watching, and you have to be really careful with that. So right now I think Bill Burr is probably one of my favorite comedians. I love Bill Burr. He's really he's a guy who just gets everyone mad and he digs a hole for himself and tries to get out of it.
Right.
And that's just genius. Because he does that on purpose. Throughout any of his specials, he does it many times, where turns the entire audience against him and then wins them back. Yeah. I like Bill Burr. I like Louis C.K. a lot.
Louis C.K. Of course. Yeah.
I love Dave Chappelle. Norm Macdonald, Canadian guy. He's amazing.
Ricky Gervais.
The British humor is not exactly my thing. I do enjoy Ricky Gervais a lot, especially on his shows, at The Office. Everyone likes The Office.
Yeah. Did you see Gay Animals from Ricky Gervais?
No, I have not seen that.
And The Bible.
Yeah, I've seen. I've seen his Bible bits. I probably have seen a couple of his specials before. There is a TV show that I think is good now on Netflix. It's called Afterlife. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm generally a fan. But the stand-up, not just him, the English stand-up. I just grew up watching American stand-up. So.
Right. So you can relate to that much more.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is the process? How do you elaborate a comedy show? What's the process to get up on stage? What do you do beforehand?
Everyone starts with open mic level. No matter how talented you are, you go to an open mic, you kind of try it out. And most of the time, you bring your friends for the first or second time to support you. So you don't really get real feedback because your friends just want to encourage you. And then you also get the stage experience. And then after that, when you come and you figure out how to not have a very loose set when it comes to writing, you don't go on a rant about something unnecessary. And then later, you just our process anyway, most of the people that I work with, we record every single set. Even if it's an open mic in front of 2 people, we record it.
Okay.
And we listen back to it, and then you cut the fat.
Okay.
And then you go again, and you try maybe that bit with different order of words. Or you add something called a tag, where you just add a little laugh before the punchline.
Okay.
So just for me, it's trial and error. You just have to go up, try, and not be happy with it, even if it's good. Be this can be better, this can be better. And then eventually it makes it to the show that, for example, that I'm doing tonight, which is a final product of a year sometimes.
Okay, so a year where you've been really trying and deleting and adding different types of jokes to your final product.
Yep.
Okay. So, and how much is memorization in this? How much do you memorize? How much do you? I mean, is it all memorization? Do you remember?
You remember the main points, and especially it depends on each comedian. So, for example, some people do one-liners, and one-liners are harder to memorize because they're not based on a story.
Okay.
So it's just something that you created from nothing. It's just very clever, really funny. For my style is more storytelling. So it's actually easier for me to remember things because all I have to remember, let's say I'm talking about beer. So all I have to remember is beer.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell the beer story now. And I just tell the story because I'm also using my own memory. So what I do have to remember is the jokes. But the structure of the story is there.
It comes naturally after you do it. It's like a song, if you remember a song.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. What are your tips for people who would like to start a comedy? Who would like to enter this industry?
I have only one tip. Fucking do it. Because I'm so annoyed by people's like, I would love to, this is so brave. I'm like, well, get your ass on stage. Just get over this whole, this is like, I get it. But also, if you're really interested, just go up on stage. Because once you go over that thing, it's going to be much easier.
Were you scared the first time you went up on stage?
I was so scared.
Yeah?
I was terrified. And then I also had my friends supporting me. And then when I came back the second time without them, I died. Because the first time I did really well because all my friends were cheering for me. Then I went back and I did not do well for a long time. So I almost quit at that point. And then I just kept doing it because I really want to do it. Yeah.
Tell me the two times. The first time where you thought that you performed the worst and what happened, and the time where you thought you did the best. What are these two moments for you?
The worst, there is many. So probably we'll just stick with the best. No, actually, I remember the worst story too. But the best, I did a show in Beijing like a year ago. That was just because I tend to do a lot of crowd work when I'm doing a longer set. So I was trying to like look in my audience to like see someone interesting, someone different or whatever. And I just found a couple like in the middle of my audience of like 100 people just hardcore making out.
Making out?
Yeah, like hardcore, not like.
Was it you that was giving them this feeling?
I don't know. So I got into it. So exactly, I called them out. Everyone turned and looked at them, and but the audience were on my side because they were kind of obnoxious. So they were not even hiding it. They were like,
Okay.
So I called them out, and then the guy got kind of mad. Because the audience was on my side, it was just like. It was fine.
Okay, so it became kind of a battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of a battle for the audience attention. And, but also, I told them at this point, like, I have a microphone. You have a girl, but I have a microphone. This is a better tool right now.
That's
maybe on the street, you can win because I'll be crying alone. But right now, I have 100 people on my side. And after the show, I was almost afraid that he would come at me. But he looked at me and he's like, And he just walked
You didn't
over.
end up making out with his girlfriend?
No, I wanted to, but no, he grabbed her with him.
No hecklers in Shanghai? Do we get hecklers here in China?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, especially in like the smaller scenes like you guys here. Actually, I was here a few months ago and it was a rowdy show. I wouldn't say they were hecklers, but it was just a lot of noise and it was just rowdy. It's like playing in a football stadium.
Right.
But Hangzhou is like that, Suzhou sometimes. So the bigger scenes, because there's stand-up all the time, so people have the etiquette of like watching a show.
Right.
Here it's just a bar gig, which even in our business we call it the bar gig. Just go do a bar gig.
Okay.
But I enjoy hecklers because I like to talk to the audience. So
It's dynamic. It brings something very dynamic.
Yeah. It's like it makes every show kind of different. So
okay.
I welcome them. I don't mind.
How is the tea?
It's good. I'm afraid of the bill that is coming next, but so far so good. Yeah.
And so it's your second time in here in Wuhan then?
Yeah.
Do you know what do you know about Wuhan?
I know Fahad.
You know Fahad?
Yeah.
Okay, the wonderful
actually, after
organizer.
we connected, we figured out after a couple of weeks that we speak Arabic.
Okay.
Like I didn't really tell from the beginning.
You didn't know that?
Because we just got on the phone. And after I was like, hey bro, where are you from? He's like, Yemen. I'm like, what?
So for all the viewers out there, Fahad is the main organizer of Wuhan Comedy Club in Wuhan.
Yeah.
It's thanks to him that we can have such wonderful shows every week and invite wonderful guests.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. And now he's also a good friend and a good business partner, and we work together on weekly basis. So.
Okay.
So, but now we can also speak Arabic and talk shit about all of you guys. Where is he? Is he here?
He's not here. He's not here. I don't know where he is.
Right, when he comes, we will.
So I can tell you, if you have some spare time here in Wuhan,
yes,
you can go to the Yellow Crane Tower, Huanghelou. which is a yellow tower
Okay.
in the middle of Wuhan. We have East Lake, which is a beautiful Donghu, which is a beautiful East Lake. And then did you try the regan mian? Do you know what regan mian is?
Yeah, that's literally every single person I met here is like, you should try the regan mian.
Did you try
I have
it?
not. No, I don't. Parker, do we try the thing that he's saying?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No?
All right. No.
Do you mind spicy?
Not crazy spicy.
You're not crazy spicy.
Yeah.
But you can have it without spice. It's basically noodles, hot dry noodles with sesame and peanut sauce.
You know what? I know exactly because in Taiwan they have something very similar to that, and I loved it.
Okay.
So I can have that, but just without the insane like spicy.
The best is to have regan mian, the mian wo, which is like a fried batter flour.
Yeah.
And then doujiang, which is soya milk.
Yeah. Okay.
And those three together, it makes a good morning.
These all sound lovely. I like that.
I hope you can try it tomorrow morning.
I was gonna say, do you have like can you recommend a breakfast place for that?
About anywhere, like the smallest. You have to see where there's a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay.
If there's a big line or a lot of people eating there, it's
That's
generally a good option.
All right.
Yeah.
Parker, do you want to do that?
Regan mian, Parker, bring him to Regan mian tomorrow.
I already had like spicy duck today, so he hates me.
Spicy duck.
Well, it wasn't that we ate here at the hotel. Like, we just went
Was it
downstairs.
Choheya, the Wuhan brand? No.
Is it this noise that he's making?
Just regular Wuhan duck.
Okay, we finished with the boring questions.
All right.
And now we got 1 minute where I'm going to ask you a series of questions and see if you are able to answer all of them in time. Can our lovely makeup assistant get the timer ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's very straightforward questions.
So they're all in 1 minute, not like 1 minute.
You have
each.
to answer the most possible.
Sure.
in
Yeah.
1
Okay.
minute.
Got it.
Maybe you'll be able to answer them all. We'll see.
How many are they?
I won't tell you. I won't tell
All
you.
right.
I won't give you any pressure.
All right.
We ready?
What's that? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. 3,
1 minute.
2, 1. Qingdao or snow beer?
Minty.
Red or green tea?
Red.
Okay. What would your autobiography be called?
Meh.
In one word, how would you describe your job to a child?
A professional clown.
Okay. Describe your life using a film title.
Fuck. Film title. Yeah, all right.
Okay. What would your perfect murder weapon be, and why?
Cleaver.
A cleaver, and
Yeah.
why?
Because I'm gonna make it so obvious.
Okay, you want to make it obvious. McDonald's or Lanzhou La Mian?
Lanzhou La Mian for sure.
Oh,
Halal,
which
halal
animal-
for good.
Okay. Which animal would make the best type of president if the animal kingdom ever rises up and takes over?
Makes a president?
Which animal would be the president?
Monkey?
A monkey. Okay, Netflix or KTV?
Netflix.
Okay, last song you listened to?
Metallica. What the fuck was it? And Nothing Else Matters.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Mohammed Magdi, thank you very much for
Cheers.
this little interview.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you tonight at Karma Bar.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your stand-up show.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for
Okay.
having me.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Hey, Wuhan, how are you guys doing? Give me some big applause for coming out. Come on! Thank you for hanging around. You just came from Shanghai today, is where I live.